The award, it's been designed by Dick Reed, the Minster designer who is well known all over the country. And he said, "This small obelisk in English oak stands alone with dignity and, unlike a shield, needs no support or wall on which to display it."
So we placed third Joseph Rowntree School.
Hello, I'm talking about the history of housing in York. So let's go back to the beginning. Not the very beginning, because that's cavemen. And they don't live in houses. Clues in the name. Just the Romans. Now, the Romans built lots of things in York, but if we skip forward to 1066, almost all of it's gone. But good old William the Conqueror's building Clifford's Tower. At this point, it's made of wood and is a house for him. So, normal, everyday people like you and me would be living in mud shacks still. Not you, though, because you're the Lady Mayor. Skip forward again to Tudor periods, and a perfect example of culture and where we'd be living is the shambles. Have you ever wondered why they're shaped like that? It's because they only had to pay for the land at the bottom, and then the top came free.
It appears 22,000 new homes are planned for York. This is to accommodate a predicted rise in the population of 40,000, which is partly due to a prediction that 16,000 new jobs will become available in the York area. This level of growth has to be positive for the region. The new local plan contains details of how York will manage the expected rise in housing demand. Infrastructure improvements are said to include several new schools that will be needed to cater for larger housing developments, 4 new railway stations that are intended to be built at Haxby, Strensall, Central York and York Business Park. Additional improvements to the outer ring road will help deal with the inevitable traffic issues. We all know how bad it is now. Development will need to be responsible, allowing services to expand at the same rate so problems don't occur.
So thank you for inviting us and letting us nibble on your snacks. And overall, we think that 22,000 new houses in York would be a nice addition. Not that our opinion matters, but if it did, we'd say that a city has to grow or it dies.
We placed second Huntington School.
No more excuses for being late to school or work. Most modern monorails run a 4-car train, with each car holding a capacity of 140 people. So, our maths tells us that each track could hold at least a whopping 560 passengers at one time.
You've got a good idea, but I really think this is better. Just listen to it. If you wanted to be an office worker, as your taster, you would go into a computer room and be given tasks to complete. As a shop worker, your taster would include serving at the till, counting takings, and managing the store, and helping around the shop. The Life and Pathway Experience Centre will be good for young people around York. It will help them make the right decision for the most important time of life. York, helping you to make the right decision.
Wouldn't it be an eyesore amongst all of York's historical buildings? However, my monorail would just enhance and show off York's wonderful heritage. Monorails look impressive, modern and clean. A transit system suspended above the city is not only good for transportation, but can also be a tourist attraction. And we know that York is one of Britain's top tourist attractions. York's historical buildings would offer so many wonderful window views. I bet you're sitting there thinking of yourself on the monorail as we speak. I know how amazing it can be.
Listen, we can't decide, so let's ask the audience. Hands up for my young people's job centre.
Hands up from my monorail.
Well, your idea won, but I think both our ideas are good.
Yeah,
Settle on that?
And we placed first for an absolutely phenomenal performance, St. Olive's.
We have a rich past. We must build a rich future. Diversity is the future, and with diversity we can put York on the map. It's not just a city of the past, but a city that celebrates our differences.
But how can more people crowding the streets and the roads make the city a place that people will want to visit? You can't park, can't find a space in a restaurant, and can't move without being photographed in the summer already. And the strength of our economy is tourism. York thrives on the fact that it is steeped in history and is beautiful, accessible, and a small city. If we turn it into a sprawling mass, we'll have the opposite effect. It will lose its charm and tourists will stay away.
I disagree. What sustains the fantastic array of restaurants and shops in town? Competition. More people who use these facilities will breed more competition and higher quality facilities for you and me. Development and diversity will improve our lives here. Leisure facilities will expand, more cinemas, theatres, museums.
But wait a minute, James. Didn't I see you at Blood and Chocolate? That celebrated the richness of the buildings in York and was a sellout production. We're doing fine already.
Exactly my point. York people clearly already love the culture offered here through theatre. Most local theatres run at 1/3 of the possible capacity, making a loss. This sellout shows that the people of York want culture. Culture is diversity. Increasing demand will only improve this, and a more diverse community will surely bring with them more opportunities to develop and expand into areas we have yet to imagine. Think, we're 2 hours from London. We could really set our sights on being the cultural capital of the North.
Okay, I can't say that this didn't sound appealing, but I'm still worried. I love this city, and once we start messing about with it and changing it, we can never go back.
Look, we're in agreement. Care, thought and consideration will go into the planning of any new developments here. That's why we have a council. We need growth, we need to prosper, and we would love to be more diverse. This is the time for all this to happen.
I'm reassured, but with all these great reasons to expand, are you sure we're building enough?
Georgie.